Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite fathers, the Padres, the Papas, the Dads, more so the Daddies. Humm Daddies, baby, we're back at you. We are missing a very big part of our trio today. Chat Jipper is not with us. Where is he, Joe Starkey? Where is he?
Oh, beats me. I have no idea. We miss you, Jipper, but I don't know what you're so busy doing on a Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, but it's
Well,
okay.
his trinkets and wares won't sell themselves. I'll tell you that. But it's me. I'm Jake Lucas. I'm with Joe Starkey. You know us. You know the beef of the lineup here. The meat, the big fellas. So we're here for just our standard issue pod. We're going to talk about this All-Star game. It's wrapping up right now. Little Giants, little Warriors, and Niners are kind of relevant again, so we can get back into them after being very Giants heavy the last number of weeks.
Yeah, we're
Um,
gonna take a little baseball breath here, kind of evaluate the Giants in the second half. Talk about those free agent rumblings for the Warriors and with this Jauan Jennings bullshit. And I
Bullshit.
got a little European sports update for you, cycling and tennis lovers. Looking at you, Alex Dragos.
Exactly. European sports are special. I'm a soccer guy, but that's kind of where it ends. Um, well, I guess football, football.
Yeah, it's football. Don't screw that up in Portugal next time you're there.
Right. Okay. And on Friday, guys, we have a very special show coming to you. Ashcon from Don't Stop Believin', Giants fame. He's a good buddy of ours. His brother is one of our best friends we grew up with. And that'll be a really fun show. We might go live. We might not. We'll figure it out. But Friday, we got Ashcon. He has a new album out, a very talented musical artist. He's in theater. Guy's been, I think Broadway adjacent in New York. It's Ashcon. People know Ashcon. So we'll have him on Friday. But for now, it's just me and Joe, but we got to still ask, what are you drinking? What are you wearing? What are you wearing? And what are you drinking? Joe Seppi Starkweather. Let's go to you, my friend.
Before we move on to that, I just had this flashback about you're talking about how talented our friend Ashcon is. I remember when I first met Ashcon, I was walking home from school with our boy Artie, and he got on the phone. We had one of our pals was kind of give us a hard time, so he picked up the phone and did a prank call, and he pretended to be from Live 105. I got free Green Day tickets for you, and he sounded like, who is this guy? How does he? He was talented from the moment I met him. Yeah, problem solved. The guy came to school next day bragging about how he won Green Day tickets, which was just a farce. Well, the Ashcon can't wait to talk to you on Friday.
Yeah. Ashcon, yeah. Dear friend, part of the Hum Daddies family for sure. So Joe, what's that hat? What's that shirt? And what the hell are you sucking down on tonight?
Yeah, so my hat is from Japan. My sister and I guess he's my brother-in-law now, Silas. They went to Tokyo and came back with a little Japanese ball cap. Something
Nice.
about the whales, the Taiyo whales, and then my shirt. I couldn't pass up on it. The Cow Palace,
Nice.
Haley City's own Cow Palace. I believe the Warriors played there at one time. It's where the
They
Sharks
did.
started playing.
They
I think
did.
I went to a Sharks game in their inaugural season at the Cow Palace in 1991. But for me, the cool thing about the Cow Palace is it was where my first big concert took place. So in 1999, on December 30th, I got the ticket stub. I went to see the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which was at the time being whatever 17 or something. I thought it was pretty cool. And,
Beautiful.
I go ahead. What were you saying, Jay?
What? I said beautiful.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, it was awesome. So I didn't even know what to expect when I got in there in the Cow Palace. But I just marched right in, floor seats, walked right up to the front, and grabbed the fleas going bananas on the base, and you got Anthony Kiedis, and I'm starting to get sweaty, and they throw a water bottle, and people are moshing around. It was electric. I had never seen anything like it. It was amazing, and I walked out of there like I had been working out for like played a football game, and got in the car. We went home, so excited, like the coolest thing we'd ever done. And my boy Mike Glassoff was talking to our friend. We were all so excited about the concert. He slams right into the car ahead of us, smashes the front of his. It was like a Lincoln or something. Anyway,
Really?
so we were stuck there after the show. Had to get like picked up like hours later, but very memorable time at the Cow Palace.
Wow, that reminds me of a time I spent with you at the Download Festival at the Shoreline, where we were stuck in the parking lot for a while with a keg in the trunk. And that show was famous for Muse and a few other things. Okay, what are you drinking?
Oh yeah, we got Seismic Red Lager. Yeah, I picked it up at the store. It's saying a little independent beer. Here you go. You know,
Yeah,
check it out. Pretty good.
oh,
Pretty
it's
good.
gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got me thinking. I used to go. Speaking of AshCon, he used to go here too to the Gilman Club in Berkeley, California, and I'm wearing a Berkeley hat, designed by my boy Mike and Luke. Luke and Mike of Bart Bridge clothing company. They have hooked me up with a bunch of tremendous gear throughout the years. I used to do Niners and Warriors fits with like jackets. You'd get a camo jacket or a bomber with a Warriors patch, and they'd find all this vintage stuff. But now they're strictly hats. Everyone has one of these hats. They're very well known. But shout out to Luke and Mike of Bart Bridge. I love this. The play, voiced by
Yeah.
who? Who called this play?
Yeah. I'm not gonna let you move on. The play. You know, the band is on the field. That whole thing.
Uh-huh.
By Joe Starkey, the play-by-play announcer of the 49ers, and at the time the Golden Bears, longtime announcer for the Golden Bears. Joe Starkey, great name, love the name,
Great name.
beautiful name. Yeah.
I mean, I was blown away back then. That was always a weird thing for me as a kid. I couldn't believe the Cal announcer was named the same name as my buddy I played baseball with. Very, as a young kid, it's hard to grasp that.
Yeah, well, you don't have any idea how many times people look at me funny before like the end of a meeting, like, hey, it's kind of mean to ask you, so any relation? Because they're convinced I'm from Berkeley, and see, they figure that's my dad. I'm Joe Starkey Jr.
Right.
Hate to
Yeah.
tell you.
Other concerts also, I love that you brought up the Chili Peppers. That's kind of a late bloomer thing if you're 17 at your first show. I went to a bunch of small shows. I think my parents took me to some shows when I was younger. I know my brother saw Willie Nelson when he was like a toddler. I went to Danzig live at the Maritime Hall, which was a kind of a short-lived venue in the city back in 99 maybe with my buddy Kumar. Saw Danzig play live, which was fucking raw. It was awesome. I saw Coldplay on their first album when I was probably 15 or 16 at the Warfield. That was gnarly. And then, of course, I'm a U2. Yeah, that was crazy. And I'm a U2 fanatic. I saw them. The first show I saw them, I think I started seeing every show. My mom wouldn't let me go to their Pop Mart tour, which was at the Oakland Coliseum. I think I was 12 at the time, and I really wanted to go, but like I had no one to go with, really, because there's no other 12-year-old U2 fans in the late 90s.
Yeah, late 90s. Yeah. When high school, you seems very 1987. I don't know.
Right. But they were pretty big with Beautiful Day and Elevation. So the Elevation tour, for All That You Can't Leave Behind, I went to like 3 of those shows, 2 at Oakland, 1 in San Jose, I think. And yeah, those were amazing. I saw No Doubt open for them. Oh, and another one, the Warped Tour in Tahoe in 1998. Biggest mosh pit I've ever seen was Blink 182 in 1998. It was crazy.
I think I went to the Warped Tour as well. I mean, I think I had gone to the Warped Tour prior. Fact check. I think I was 16 because it was December. My birthday was in January. But anyway, don't make me feel so bad about being a late bloomer. The Warped Tour is really cool. We went like kind of where the Giants Stadium is, right there by like Reds on the pier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, live shows are the best. So I think that was the last time I had been to the Cow Palace for a concert. First and last, probably.
Yeah, I mean, Cow Palace. Elvis played there actually. I think pretty close to his death on his last tour. Elvis played a show at the Cow Palace, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, I mean, we love music here. Feel free to send in thoughts on music. Oh, and we got into some Springsteen the other night, soaking in that Giants L to the Dodgers. Starkey and I both had separate Springsteen listens, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, you're a Nebraska guy. I'm
a Nebraska guy.
Born to Run and
Right.
Darkness on the Other Side of Town guy.
Right.
Agree to disagree.
The boss is the boss, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, are they having a swing off for what the hell's going on here?
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea. I thought that was a replay of the home run derby. They're having a home run derby to see who wins. Rooker's up right now. Swing 3, bomb.
It's called home runs for the win. This has definitely never happened before.
I'm kind of tickled.
Wow, I had no idea this was coming. Obviously, our volume's down on the All-Star game right now as we're creating a podcast and talking. And Brent Rooker, who's been just the star of this game, he got shafted by that Cal Raleigh ruling that said his ball was less than an inch farther.
That was horseshit.
Yeah, and the home run derby.
Can I tell you what else is horseshit? I can't let it go. The road A's jersey that says athletics. Got it. Just really screws me. Just turn the knife.
I was thinking about that, and Rooker's was a great find for the Oakland Athletics. He had 2 really solid years with the Oakland Athletics, so you must be kind of partial to him, or you were, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. All the guys that played for the Oakland A's, I have a little soft spot for sure.
Yeah,
he's a great player. He was a great find. The guy's got great power,
and he seems like kind of one. Speaking of late bloomers, he's kind of a late bloomer.
You want to know if the Giants should be acquiring Mr. Rooker? I think if I'm reading between the lines.
Yeah, there's rumors about Buster being fond of this guy. So I would love a 280 hitter with 20 jacks at the break to join the Gigantes. Oh, and let me get to
their pop. So yeah, I think he'd be a great fit. Get a little power in that lineup.
Yeah, he had 30 plus jacks in Oakland last year.
I'm going to tell you this straight. He is a DH. He is not a position player. You could probably put him out there in left field or something, but I wouldn't do it. So that means you would have to put Devers at first.
Right. Well, we can discuss that, but let me get to my jersey because I don't want people thinking I'm a Pirates fan. This is a Pirates jersey. It's one of my favorites. The patches are money. It's a 1986 Pirates jersey, or maybe number 7 would have been 86. Although I think he changed midseason. It's Barry Bonds, guys. Big shocker. One of my prized possessions, Barry Bonds, white home Pirates pullover. And I love this jersey to death. So that's why I'm wearing a Pirates jersey. Thank you. I'm very fond of it.
Classic jersey, classic logo, classic team. It's a
classic
shame
player.
What Bob Nutting has done to that team. They even have one of the best stadiums, if not the best. The PNC Park is beautiful. But, they have been a over 500 team since 1903, and they just went back down to 500 for the first time. They're just cratering. This is sad what they've done over there in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that they have O'Neal Cruz is their stud. Mm-hmm. He's pretty impressive.
He's hit the fastest ball off the bat of all time, 122 miles an hour into the Allegheny River. Yeah.
And yesterday had the farthest home run of all time, I think, right? In the Derby?
The farthest of the day. I think Sammy says it hadn't beat, but
okay.
Yeah.
It's still 500 plus feet. I mean,
513 feet is pretty good.
Yeah, that's that's big league ball there. All right. So, yeah, the Giants, we can get it. Let's wrap up the Giants right now because we've been talking so much Giants. They've just been taking over our pod in my mind and Dave's mind. I know you're not as big into the Giants, but you're following them hard.
Oh man, I love the Giants whole media situation. I love the stadium. I love the writers. I love the announcers. It's a lot of all the things I didn't have as an A's fan. The Giants have in spades. Just like go down the deli ordering a pastrami sandwich, you want to talk about last night's game, there'll be an answer. Whereas with the A's, nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to have the community vibe. You know, I don't have the same like live and die by it, which you know the highs are not as high, the lows are not as low. But you know, it's baseball. Love it.
Yeah, I mean that's great to hear. It's because you, famously, you and our buddy Zach, who's been on the pod a couple times, were just so bitter when we would win those World Series, and as A's fans, you just would sulk in the corner at parties when me and
I think it might have pushed him right on out of the Bay Area. You know, that 2012 World Series was hard to swallow. I love that 2010 World Series, to be honest, but we had that magical year in 2012. Honestly, I think losing that series to Detroit, Justin Verlander, Giant, and then the Giants winning that series. I think that was just like that was kind of it for us.
right. Well, you know, what are you going to do? So in the second half, I'm thinking the Giants are going to be kind of more of the same. I think they're a good team. They have amazing pitching. I think Buster knows what he's doing. I trust in him, man. I have faith in them making moves to get another bat or two even and shake it up a little because the offense is so inconsistent and the dry spells are too long. So I think they'll figure it out, and I think they'll get a playoff berth. Beyond that, who the hell knows? But that's kind of where I see the team right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I look at this lineup and I gotta think it's not so bad. You got Ramos, Devers, Adames, Chapman, Yaz, Flores, Young Ho, Lee, Schmidt, and Bailey. I think that's no, you know, like you could maybe get a little more out of Bailey. I think
Chappie?
Schmidt can play pretty decent second base and hit decently. You know, Lee picks it up a bit, and maybe Yaz gives you something.
Chappie's a second half guy.
I mean, I have full confidence in the top of this lineup here. Ramos, I think Devers will have to turn it around at some point, and you know, believe it when I see it. But
hey, Wilmer's our RBI leader.
yeah, Wilmer. I mean, it's not the worst lineup. You know, you get Adames and Devers kind of going, and then you put Chapman back in the lineup, and maybe Bailey's not a below the Mendoza guy. It's not a horrible lineup. And then
No.
So the thing I don't want the Giants to do is go ahead and like screw up their defense because I think that's how they're going to win games too.
Totally. So if they do acquire Rooker and you got to force him or Devers out on the field, Flores, I think, is a solid first baseman. He doesn't have great range, but he's very quick, very, very soft hands. But you don't want three DHs really to be three of the guys you depend on in your lineup. So there's rumors about Rooker, and I'd love him, but it'll be interesting to see how they fit him in.
Yeah. Well, as it stands today, the Giants are in third place, which feels like, you know, how it's been kind of a roller coaster this last 3 weeks or so for the Giants. Up, down, up, down. But the Padres snuck ahead of them.
So they're half a game out of the playoff picture right now if the season ended.
Yeah, they're behind. They're half a game behind the Padres in the playoff picture. So they're the fourth one after Milwaukee, New York, and the Padres. And then in the NL West, they're 6 back of the Dodgers. You know, I was looking at the odds. They got like the Dodgers winning the NL West with like a huge odds, like 99%. I was like, what's this about? Anyway, yeah. I don't believe that. But it's going to be probably a march to a race to the wild card.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was so frustrating this last series because the Giants were in obviously every game, and that's just baseball. That third game really was tough to swallow. It was hard to swallow because the Dodgers won on a bunch of bloops, and Devers hit the shit out of the ball. It should have been the game-winning hit, but such a great read from that Dodgers center fielder, he who shall not be named. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
You know, Dennis Green, let him off the hook, right? I mean, wasn't expecting a sweep or anything, but the Dodgers had lost 6 in a row, and in the first game 7 in a row, and it just seemed like it was possible. So it was a good opportunity, but I'm whatever. So it is.
You gotta move on, and that's obviously more my cross to bear than yours. So let's move on. Let's transition here to the Warriors.
Well, and I want to go back. I want to go back to this All-Star game. I think it's kind of interesting. So I'm sitting here watching this All-Star game. They're doing some new business. I don't know if you remember back in the Bud Selig days, they had this like extra inning game, and Bud Selig had to come out because there was no
called it a tie.
Left.
Yeah,
and they said, they called it a tie.
Right. NL just won. NL won.
It was a Schwarber walk-off.
No, Schwarber was in the second round. They just Jesus, who was just hitting in the third? There's a guy named Randa who I've never heard of before.
Oh, they're all pointing at Schwarber. So
no, he won the second round.
Oh yeah, who's this guy?
I don't know. NL won.
Yeah, but anyway, I kind of like. I guess visually what I love is them going back to their jerseys, their team jerseys, not some BS corporate weekend matching jerseys. They're all wearing their actual team jerseys, home whites, road grays. It just reeks with nostalgia. I love it.
Me too.
It's just beautiful to see.
They got those bullshit jerseys out of the way yesterday with the home run derby with those
right perfect
weird AL and L
bullshit jerseys. Sell a couple of those stupid things.
I
mean, how many of those jerseys are you selling anyway? I think they just kind of got like like the NBA does that and all that.
The cash grab of the jersey thing is ridiculous. And I think it really messes with the branding of teams in the NBA. Now you don't even know what color each team is because each team wears like 7 different kits over the course of a season. Yeah. And they're multicolored. It's such a generic, or not generic, but just such an obvious cash grab that cheapens the brand, in my opinion. And it's not a good look. I don't like it at all. Have your, you can have maybe one alternate with your typical whites and your grays. That's my opinion.
I kind of like how the MLB is doing it. They got the City Connects. I wish the City Connects were a little bit better.
Yeah, they're not very good, but I like the idea.
Yeah. And there's enough baseball games where, you have your regular uniforms enough times. And so, I think this is all working out great. I love the interviews with the players. I was watching Matt Olson get interviewed while Jacob Mazurowski was pitching. I thought that was awesome. It's a great way to get more intimate with the players while you're watching something that doesn't really mean a lot. The Robo Strike Zone. They were using the Robo Strike Zone today, and some player is bitching at the umpire for it being a ball, and he goes, challenge. And indeed, it was a strike. You're out of there. Sit on it. I love it. It was it took a second. It's kind of I don't know if you watched the tennis review where the ball bounces on the line. The ball just clipped the very bottom of the strike zone. Done. You're out. Next player. Who's up? It was great. So I can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah. Well, keep dreaming.
Why do I have to dream? What? It's right there. The technology works great.
Yeah, I don't know. There's certain aspects of replays, and it gets muddy because certain, you want human element in some ways, but then again, you don't want atrocious errors in calls.
Well, the ones I don't like are the ones that, NBA happens all the time at the end of a game, and they're going.
Oh my God! And it prolongs the game for so long, it just takes away from the flow.
Yeah, but the ones like the way tennis does it, I refer to, it's just if it's a fair foul. In the zone, out of the zone, you can make it instantaneous decision on it. So
right, the home run reviews in baseball, I thought were obvious. That's really easy. You just, is it gone or not? Yeah. But now, I mean, some of the baseball reviews take forever, and that's obnoxious.
And then there's this whole thing is it enough to overturn the original call? Right. So you don't,
So that's putting weight on the original call. So then it's kind of defeats the whole purpose.
Yes, exactly. So it shouldn't take 5 minutes to do this shit. So they have to do it in real time, or it takes 5 minutes. There's nothing in between. You can't
Right.
look at a few monitors. Okay, you got 10 seconds. He's out or safe. I don't get it right, but don't take all day.
And we go to New York now for the umpiring, core of the earth umpiring layer where they make these decisions. It's not even the umpires in the game. So for the Giants on the West Coast, you have to throw it to New York for these guys who are supposed to be watching the game, which are probably not, and then they have to look up everything. So it's a little out there.
Okay, 2 more things about the All-Star game. Don't love that Joe Davis, the voice of the Los Angeles Dodgers,
who says the Padres are a bigger rival than the Giants to the Dodgers.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
He's the guy speaking to the entire baseball fandom of the world at this All-Star game. The Dodgers announcer. How's that make you feel?
Not great, man. He's a national. He replaced Joe Buck. He does all the national games now, for the big national games for Fox.
Yeah. I like Brian Anderson. I think he's great. Milwaukee Brewers announcer / great NBA play-by-play guy. He's my guy. But, whatever, Dodgers, have it. Okay,
yeah, I was driving around in my car a lot with my kids during this game and listening to Karl Ravech. That sure as hell beats Joe Davis.
Yeah. Who wants the voice of the Dodgers in your ear? I don't.
No, not at all. And he's I don't know. That he's a smug, kind of undeserving piece of shit. It might be because he's a Dodgers announcer, although I loved Vince Scully. So I don't know what to tell you.
He seems like he's pretty good, but he just kind of came on the scene. Seems like a little much too soon, and the Dodgers get enough play. They don't need more.
He was handed the keys before he deserved them. But anyway, move on. Let's move on. Okay, Schwarber.
Last thing about the All-Star game. You told me earlier today that the Giants possibly might be hosting the 2028 All-Star game.
Correct. Last time the Giants hosted an All-Star game, we had our buddy Sean Fabian out there shagging foul balls for ESPN. Had conversations with Kevin Mitchell, apparently. It was Bonds' last year. He was voted into the game by the fans. My band was on tour. I think I was 22, so that tells you how long ago that was. So it'll be amazing to have.
Oh yeah, Jake got the vein.
The vein was in Arizona, I think, in a hotel room watching that game on TV. It was raining. I think there was some kind of storm. It might have been Flagstaff, which is kind of up there in the high country. So it was like a very hot, humid night, and I believe it was raining a bit. But that's my last memory of the Giants hosting.
If I want to listen to the Vein, where can I catch them on
catch Spotify? The Vein on any of your platforms, Spotify, Apple. So there's some other band. I think there's been 2 other bands that called themselves The Vein that are now that people think were the same thing. There's a metal, hardcore death metal band and some other dude, but our album was called Monsters and Men, and then we had a Monsters and Men EP by The Vein. Look those up wherever you get your music. It's good stuff. Classic rock influenced. Joe Starkey came to a show or 2, and we went on tour about 17 years ago now, something like that.
Yeah. Also went to a few shows of Ashkan Davron. You'll see him on Friday.
Ashkan, friend of The Vein. A few ex-members of The Vein played with Ashkan this last Saturday at a benefit show. They did. I was potty training my daughter. Wish I could have been there. But now we're daddies.
I saw Ashkan this last year at our local watering hole that's friendly for kids. It's Degrees Plateau over here in Oakland. And Ashkan put on a great show. But I will say, my old favorite, Hot Tubbin' on the Late Night, was just a fan favorite. You gotta love it. It was.
Did he play it?
Oh yeah, it was good.
Love it.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
I mean, dude, I'm a hula hoop guy. If you do you know that one? Like a hula hoop. But let's get into this with Ashkan. Let's not spoil it.
All right, okay. I'm just excited to see him.
Yeah, me too.
Right. What do you got? You want to talk Warriors?
Sure, let's talk Warriors. I was listening to TJD talk about, Kevon Looney made news recently on a podcast. He talked about how he felt like he wasn't used when he should have been used by Kerr. It basically sounded like he was saying Steve Kerr kind of doesn't treat people or doesn't give people an understanding of their role on the team. Like he kind of yanks people around, and it fucks with players' mentality. And I think that's a fair assessment. Steve Kerr got the win in that series against the Rockets, and he's just old school. And today you got to cater to emotions, you got to cater to sensitivity. But Kevon Looney's a team guy, and he's not usually one to speak out like that. So it's kind of surprising for me to hear him say that. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually I listen to Steve Kerr. I trust in Steve Kerr. Whatever Steve Kerr says, him and his, how many rings does he have? 9.
9, yeah.
I kind of tend to go with him, but I saw that too, man. We were grasping for straws. I didn't know who was coming in the game on which game, and it certainly wasn't to like decoy the Rockets or the Timberwolves. It felt like people didn't know when they were playing. You're playing the hot hand, I guess, but even seemed like it just seemed kind of arbitrary at times. And guess what? When Looney came in Game 7, got some real minutes, he shut the door. He was amazing. He was great. So, I don't know.
Yeah. And I heard TJD in an interview today saying, yeah, dude, I agree with him. It sucks. So we don't know when we're going to play. You just got to be ready. That's coaches like that. You just got to be ready. And so that was kind of telling. It's strange to hear that from a guy who's still in the club. And he also said, yeah, against Minnesota, I had barely played for a month and a half. And next thing I know, I'm in the starting lineup one night, and it took me by storm. So that was also surprising to hear.
I don't recall in the earlier years, earlier Kerr years, there being as much oscillation in the lineups. I just feel like that was a this year specific thing, and it felt very, uneasy who was going to play. And I think our talent level was just, you didn't know what you're going to get out of Quentin Post. Who's this guy? Trying to do a little stretch D all of a sudden. It was we just didn't really have the talent we could trust. So he was just trying new things out.
I mean, I listened to Kerr's interviews over the course of the season, and he was in his own head about it. I remember him being like, yeah, we're just trying different lineups, seeing what gels, and one night it gels, one night it doesn't. So he seemed very aware that there's going to be some strange lineups and strange pairings. So, I mean, it was just, it was the Jimmy Butler thing, the Melton getting hurt. There's a lot going on.
How about Moses Moody? Moses Moody went from kind of, okay to fantastic by the time Jimmy Butler came, and then he lost his confidence.
And then he was terrible in the playoffs.
And he couldn't even play him. So it was just like the lineups were all over the place.
Yeah, but there is something to knowing your role and expecting, that was my criticism of Farhan with the Giants. He would just send guys up and down, and it fucks with your mentality. Your headspace as a professional athlete. You kind of in any job, it's good to know your role. It's good to know what's expected from you. So when that changes day in, day out, you're gonna, some people can't handle that. Some people don't have the capacity for that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it takes a lot of mental strength to be a professional athlete. I remember Bob Melvin talking about being very clear in communication with his bullpen. Like, when this is the situation, you're coming in. Just know that's what's happening. And he was very consistent about when he would bring guys in because he needed them to be at peak mental focus. And when you just start winging it, it's hard to do. I mean, you come in cold and you're not mentally prepared. You're not going to get your best performance. And I think that's kind of what happened.
Agreed. So what are we doing this offseason? Where's JK going? Apparently Al Horford has been talking to the team, and they expected to sign him already. There's conflicting reports about that. I mean, my boy Melton, hope is back with the squad soon. I really enjoyed his, 7 or 8 games when he was healthy.
You loved that.
I loved him. That guy is a two-way player if there ever was one, man.
Yeah. A lot of Melton text in that 12 games.
That was my favorite part of the early version of the Warriors this year. But then once he got hurt, I kind of lost interest, to be honest. And
Yeah.
that's
You
what.
lost focus. No Melton, no Bueno.
No
Yeah.
Melton, no Jake as a fan of the Warriors.
Yeah.
The team I've
So
supported since I was, since birth. No, I needed Melton in there.
I was
So
kind of
I'm
hoping
very
for like a
excited.
big man, and I gotta say, Horford is not really tickling it for me. He's
not
39
tickling the
years
pickle?
old. No. He's 39, older than the old guys we already have. So
Right. Median
and
age getting way higher.
He's a super nice guy. He'll fit right in, I suppose, with our old men. I don't know. It just doesn't really excite me in a way I want to be excited about playoff hopes. I mean,
I think he'd be a good piece. I just don't want him to be the piece,
Well, hopefully, I'm looking at TJD, small sample size, but he kind of perked up a little bit at the end of the playoffs. Hopefully, he can turn it up this next year. But I just really don't like our kind of lack of size. I feel like that's to our detriment.
Well, we're looking at that big Filipino guy. I sent you the link.
Who's that guy?
He's 35. He's never played a single day in the NBA, and he's rumored to be a possible Warriors signing. Some 35-year-old dude who was on the who won in the Filipino League. What was his name?
Don't ask me.
But it was a pretty hilarious post. I think the Humm Daddies reposted it. But
one guy I'm kind of hopeful for. I like Trey Lyles with the Kings. I think he's a good bench player. He can rebound. He certainly can hit a three. He can heat up pretty quick. I think he's a valuable seventh man kind of guy. Love to have him on the team. I think he could be a big impact. Hope we re-sign GP2. He's currently a free agent. And then I don't know what's going to happen with Kuminga. I mean, that's just up for grabs.
Yeah, a buddy of mine.
I guess we keep him. That's what it sounds like.
A buddy of mine who's pretty into this stuff swears we're going to keep him at least till the trade deadline and then maybe throw him out there then. The way TJD talked about him in the interview I heard today, it sounds like he's already gone, but I don't know. That's how Brock Purdy talked about Ayuk last year, so who the hell knows? And speaking of Brock Purdy and Ayuk, let's move on to those guys. Jauan.
What is going on, Jauan? Jauan Jennings is threatening to take his ball and go home. Another one. This is 3 years in a row of just chaos in Santa Clara. Jauan Jennings, he's scheduled to make $7.5 million on his final year in his deal, and he had 975 yards, 6 TDs, feeling pretty good about himself, and so he wants to get a bonus. I don't know what do you call this, a new deal or trade it. So he's starting to sit out this year. Great, thanks, Jauan. Thanks for your time.
This receiver, it's all receivers, 3 years in a row, wideouts. And Jauan was supposed to be the anti that. Everyone loved him because he's not that guy. So I think this sounds very agent motivated to me. It's very agent driven. But if all he's looking for is a small pay raise and an extra year on his contract, that's fine. I have no problems with that. But why make it public like this, and why cause a scene? Make another goddamn distraction for the Niners. We've had enough of them over the years. We don't need this again. Ayuk was such a pain in the ass last year.
Last year, Ayuk just totally turned us over and did us dry.
Yeah, the energy or lack thereof that the team had surrounding that Ayuk thing last year, I think that was huge when it came to our season. I think that really fucked things up. It just diminished the morale of the team. And Jauan Jennings is the last guy on earth I thought that would kind of bring a similar vibe. And that's what it seems like we're getting.
I had high expectations for this year in terms of morale with Purdy kind of getting it together, and they got him signed. Got the Ayuk thing out of the way. I thought we had turned the page, but no. More of this bull. It's terrible.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, we had Trent Williams last year too, and then the year before that we had Bosa. The year before that, Debo. Every freaking year, the Niners are going through it.
And I'm sick of it. Everyone's sick of it. I mean, I don't know. I'm just, I don't have expectations for these guys anymore. After that last Super Bowl loss, it's, as I told you guys over and over and told Paulie Mack, it felt like the soul of the team was sucked out. And last year kind of fit how I thought the season would go after that kind of loss in the Super Bowl. It feels like you're never going to win one. So thank God we're as old as we are as Niners fans, because the young Bucks, I don't know if you're ever going to see a Super Bowl with this regime, especially. It just seems like the life is bled out.
Well, I mean, just like the fact of the matter is, Ayuk's still injured to start the season, right? We got Ricky Pearsall, and now we have Jauan Jennings sitting out. I mean, he's kind of got some leverage. Who's going to catch the ball?
No, I know.
Every time.
I'm down to give him a moderate raise. I just don't like the trade me or sign me thing. Like, dude, that's been it's so played out at this point. I'm so sick of that shit.
I know.
You know,
if I was a
take
GM,
care of it behind the scenes.
I would just be like, sit out. I don't want to hear it, man. Get out of here with this.
Yeah, just the negative energy the wide receiver room has had the last couple of years it's really gross.
We got some wide divas. Yeah, we got rid of the bad juju with Debo this year. No, still going on.
Still going on. That whole thing he did has definitely bled into the last couple of years. So
yeah, between Debo, Ayuk, and Jennings now, these guys are just killing us.
And Ayuk wasn't known to be that kind of guy until last year, and Jennings hasn't been known to be that kind of guy, and now that's where we are. It's contagious.
Anyway, it was kind of like blissfully quiet in Ninerland, and now I'm all stirred up. So
a lot of people are. It's bullshit. It's not the way you want to enter. Training camp started today with rookies, and then vets report next week. So,
I mean, we got a great team in the worst schedule. I mean,
we don't have a great team. We don't have a great team. We got rid of a lot of guys. We're going to start 5 rookies on defense.
We have a lot of holes. I don't know.
Our defense is going to be half rookies.
Yeah. a lot of holes.
It's not a great team. We could easily lose double-digit games again. I'm not putting that past this team. So all these people are talking about our schedule. Yeah, we don't have the same team we had 2 years ago. It's not the same team. A lot of guys left. A lot of guys were let go. And we'll see how it shapes out. I really don't know what to make of it right now. You got to ask me closer to September.
Yeah, we got some time. And, in the big scheme of things, how much does Jauan Jennings need? 15 mil? Is that good?
I think I don't want to give him 15. Let's just give him a couple more years at 11 mil or something. Hopefully that'll, make it an extra figure.
Here's the thing. I like Jauan Jennings.
I do too, of course.
Yeah, he's a great blocker, great team player. He didn't seem to even care about getting 1,000 yards last year. He got in a fight and got ejected from the game.
Got ejected, yeah. So I think it's agent driven, obviously. I think people think the Niners are weak, and if you threaten a trade, they'll sign you as they've done with the guys in the past. So I hope they don't draw the line here, because Jauan is, I think, a quality player. It's someone we need. I mean, he does have the leverage, but it's obnoxious the way these guys go about it. I hate it, but what are you going to do?
All right. Well, so, we got this moment in time where we have, I think, the quietest time in the sports calendar right now.
Right.
And, it's the All-Star game, little Giants hiatus.
ESPY's tomorrow night. That's it.
Right. There's just not much going on. I'll tell you what I got on my YouTube TV. It's tennis and cycling. I'm a big Tour de France guy. Tour de France. And you want to know what I'm doing after this podcast? I'm going to go check up on Tadej Pogacar and Jonas Vingegaard. It's amazing. So it's like the most beautiful sport, man. I'm telling you, you got to watch a little bit of it. Get a mountain stage. Have some coffee. It's gorgeous. So it's like mano a mano. It's like Bird versus Magic Johnson going on the last 5 years. Tade won the 2020, 2021, and then the following 2 years, Indigo won in 22 and 23. So they had 2 each, and then last year Tade pulled back and grabbed it back. And it's just like, it's an intricate sport. You have like a bunch of teams, and they all like work together to draft to get behind each other and get a little like minuscule advantages. I mean, you probably remember like Lance Armstrong and all this, but it's like there's so much that goes into it, and just the team effort and all the different like intricacies. There's just a lot going on. It's not just like a guy on a stationary bike seeing how fast he can go. So it's a very fun team sport. So I encourage you to check out the Tour de France, especially when the mountain stages. And then the other thing I've been into is tennis. Alcaraz Sinner stuff is incredible. The French Open, which happened at your son's birthday, was one of the best sporting events I had ever seen. Alcaraz, he came back from I think it was like 40 loves. Sinner had 3 chances to put him away and get the title. He couldn't do it, and the guy ended up back and forth, and ended up winning. They're like 22 and 23 or something like that, and they've won 4 and 5 championships or Grand Slams. And so just the other day, Sinner beat Alcaraz in Wimbledon, so now it's 5-4, and it's just like every time it's like one of those two are going to win, and this is such a high level of sport. Sinner's got like just incredible forehand and serves and just power and agility. But Alcaraz is just like, I don't remember, like, you remember Michael Chang back in like the early 90s with like the pump up Reebok
yes,
shoes?
that's how I know him,
Chang?
from the
It's
Reeboks,
like
yeah.
all over the court. He's diving. I mean, Alcaraz is like that. He's like Omar Vizquel out there. You just can't get it by him. He gets everything. So it's kind of fun to watch the two dynamic. So when the U.S. Open comes to New York in September, highly encourage you to see Sinner Alcaraz 3, because that's surely what's going to happen.
So yeah, I'm not. I wasn't raised a tennis guy. I don't pretend to watch tennis or know it, but I'm in the minority out of all of my friends. It seems like people I didn't even know, such as you, and a lot of my, sports loving friends are so into Wimbledon and the tennis that's been going on. So I'm not here to shit on anyone's parade. Go watch tennis. It sounds amazing. I've just never been into it, never been a tennis player, and that's my cross to bear. I'm sorry.
No, you're the majority of our
Americans, sure,
could give 2 shits about what's happening in Roland Garros. So
I don't know. It seems like there's tennis on ESPN constantly. And a lot of my sports loving friends from New Jersey, from the Bay, from LA, they are watching this tennis even if they don't play. So I'm happy that's happening. I'm more into soccer. Chelsea just had a very funny thing happen where they won the Club World Cup, and your boy DJT took the stage and was out there to accept the gold with them. Did you see that happen?
Well, who are we talking about?
Chelsea. They beat PSG for the Club World Cup. Anyway, soccer. I'm talking soccer. That's the European sport I like.
Yeah. No, I'm about it. But who's talking about
DJT? DJT. 45 and 47.
What?
Donald J. Trump, my friend.
All right. Yeah. Okay. You got me.
He was out on stage prancing around, man. It's like he just won the World Cup himself.
Okay. The Dawn. Yeah.
The Dawn.
Yeah. Beautiful. Great.
But anyway, yeah, that's where my European, only sports, I'm a huge soccer fan when it comes to Portugal. I've always been a supporter of, and big Cristiano guy, as a lot of people know. And so I followed Real Madrid with him, Manchester.
Well, I'll tell you a little something about this European sports business. Being a daddy, I don't have a whole lot of time at night. You know what I mean? But in the morning, I'm up, baby. So you got a little, early start. Great. Let's check it out.
Yeah, you got a lot of soccer games on the weekend from August to April. Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. All right, man. Well, I think we're rounding the corner here. So
we are. So I'm rounding third. I'm rounding in. Matt Williams is calling Rooker in to try and make it to home.
You should probably stay at third. I'm just saying.
If Matt Williams is calling you in to try and get the the fourth bag there, probably stay at third. But yeah, so this has been a nice little Humm Daddies podcast to get you between the All-Star break and a little bit of gossip going on with football and basketball. And any fascinating daddy stories, actually?
Not too much. I had a fun little weekend with the water tea. So I bought this thing on Amazon that the water comes out of like a sprinkler type of thing, and you balance this wiffle ball on top of this like water fountain, and it like you can like measure it at the height of like a tee, where you just hit the ball off the tee. Hot day, we were hitting the ball off the water tee. That was pretty fun. I mean, I recommend that to you, daddies.
Nice. Yeah, well, I'm just with my little chunker 1-year-old and 3-year-old Mila, and we're just having a blast. And she's developing so quickly. It's parents who have been through this phase know what I'm talking about. It changes so quick. Now she's just speaks like an adult all of a sudden. It's kind of crazy to watch. I mean, just how language develops. And I was an English major and into linguists, and it's fascinating. But nothing huge. So let's just wrap it up here, and we'll see you on Friday with AshCon.
And Dave's coming back. Baby.
Dave, Chat GYP, the Jipper himself, will be back on Friday. So check us out. Then we'll let you know if it's live or not. We'll send out some posts, some pregame shout outs. And remember, go by Bart Bridge, Berkeley, California, made by Bart Bridge, Luke and Mike, and go to the Cow Palace to see a concert. So for now, we will wrap it up. I'm Jake Lucas. This is who?
Humm Daddies.
Joe Starkey. Humm Daddies. Take it easy, guys.
All right.
Boom.